left off with Nevis and Cian speaking with Sin, having a lovely conversation where Sin was very interested in getting the names of potential casino employees that had done some nefarious things this night to sabotage Sin's endeavors. But as this conversation was happening, at the very end, Jaznah burst through into this booth carrying a net, and we saw Sin's eyes change from pink to green. In this moment, I'm going to need everyone, including the characters who aren't here physically, to roll. I am gonna give Jaznah a really quick, surprise round because they crashed through this window, which started the potential combat. So Jaznah, I'm gonna let you go first, and then you'll return back to where you are in the actual initiative order. So you crash through this room. How are you carrying a net? Are you bride carrying them, or was she on your back? What was the situation with the carrying?
I think.
And what's it look like as you crash through this glass?
Yeah. She carrying a net in her arms, and crashes through the window feet first to not try to hurt us our as little as possible. Lands and looks to her friends and says, "It's Nevis and Cian are there, right?"
Yep, Nevis and Cian are there. You see them around Sin, who has just turned to you, and their eyes flashed from pink to green.
Yeah, I look at my friends and I just say, Nevis, Cian, good job. Now we got to get out of here before anyone gets hurt. And I'll pull out this, this little metal cube that pulls out into a quarterstaff and go into a defense stance. Okay. You go into this defensive stance. Can you give me some flavor on that? Do you look is this a monk situation? What? Yeah, totally like a monk defensive stance with this quarterstaff. Yeah, definitely.
Badass. Annette, now that they have been dropped in here, runs behind you, and y'all see that their wings kind of go out, and you see their wings for a second, but then they start moving so fast that they go invisible, but you can hear this light hum in the air around everybody. You see Sin kind of take in the words at first, and then they glance over and behind, first to Nevis and then to Cian. And the voice that hits you now is different from the one before.
So was the name you were going to give me yours?
No.
And as they say that, they actually turn around and go to attack Cian. You have to make an avoid roll.
Okay. Avoid, which I'm sure is a D8.
My monster attacks have a number associated with them. I assume that's the DC. So for this one, the attack that you have to beat is a 5.
It was a 6.
Okay. So you're just not expecting it as Envy turns around and slams their fist into you as they are clearly unhappy that Jaznah came in here and immediately mentioned both of your names, that you two are very obviously working together.
That felt like a little bit of an overreaction, but okay.
That is 2 damage.
Oh.
And as this fist makes contact, you expect to feel pain, but you don't. Instead, you feel this like icy chill from where the fist made contact with you, and it starts to spread through your cheek, down your neck, up the side of your head, and as it gets to your brain, kind of like when you drink a Slurpee too fast, like you get that, brain freeze effect, but it comes with an emotion.
Oh.
You start to be infected by envy. And you may interpret that for your character however you want.
Well, the problem with that is I only have 2 health, so...
Oh, you go down?
So I go down.
Oh no!
So as I'm going down, I feel envy of all of these people around me that are still up as I lose consciousness.
Okay, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
I know it's not my turn. I have an idea. Maybe.
You gain 1 effort from failing to avoid the attack.
That too will mean that I will be difficult to wake up, because I think going down would probably also qualify as asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you can
that means I'm
choose
gonna
to just go
change
unconscious.
Things.
Or you can choose to take a last stand.
Oh, I forgot about last stand.
But that does mean that I think you automatically die afterwards.
No, live, please.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna use that yet. Come on. Yeah,
Unless.
Yeah.
I have another character idea.
They will be more unhinged.
There will be more on it. Ooh.
No,
Thanks for giving me my
no.
next personality when I wake up. I will say, it's not like a shift of personalities. It's just the way that Cian just, acts is slightly different.
Yeah. Sure.
I just kind of wanted to qualify. It wasn't, that.
Everyone here sees Cian take this hit. There is this flash of green that kind of goes through their veins visibly, and they fall to the ground unconscious.
Okay.
And that is Envy's turn. Next up is Mags. I'll say over the comms, you would have heard at least a commotion going on. You probably would have heard Jaznah yell to Cian and Nevis. What are you doing in this moment?
Bird. We, if I remember correctly, we've got sirens going off around us.
The alarms of the casino went off the second Sin changed from lust to envy.
Okay. Is there any way for me to disarm those within the vault?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and look around the area. We'll say it is a DC 5 to find a panel in here.
Okay.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
And it is regularly a D10. I got a 3.
Nice. You look around really quickly, hearing this commotion over the comms, hearing the alarms blaring overhead. You see that there is a panel on the wall all the way at the back of the vault. There's, from what you can see right now, it just looks like there is this little hatch that will open, but with all your years of experience in this field, you are able to very quickly identify that is where we can turn off the alarm from. There are these boxes and things in the way, but it's not too hard for you to maneuver over them and open up this panel if that's what you want to do. Once inside, There are a bunch of complicated switches and things in here. Very different from the interface to the vault itself. This is more of a generic thing that you've seen before in the big city. And go ahead and make a roll to hack into this. And this is going to have like varying levels of, if you get past a 5, that's like kind of your basic you get in situation. Getting past a 3, I'll give you a little bit more. And if you get a 1, then that's like everything you're going to need.
Okay. And it is a 2.
Okay. You're able to hack into this system and pretty immediately turn off the alarm. All of you hear the alarm silenced, and there is a noticeable reaction from Sin in this moment as like he looks confused and looks up and around. Clearly was not from them. Secondly, you are also able to access some other things from this location and this panel. You can kind of get into a network of video feed, but not fully. It's kind of like in the Matrix where all the lines are like covered in green and you see like the shapes in it. You see your friends up in the booth with Sin. You also see another video feed of more of these super soldier-esque creatures that are being loaded off of what appears to be some kind of train in this area that you've never seen before, but definitely still has the appearance and structure of part of the casino somewhere. And it seems that, these creatures are being loaded off of a train.
Okay. Oh, I wonder how you control those things. Did we ever figure that out?
You guys did have a remote from Nevis that controlled, like, the amber being injected into the creature that was in the fighting pit, but no idea if that's also a device that is on these other creatures.
Also giving orders and that sort of thing. It looks like security may be having a little bit of a backup in the big gun territory, so extract thine asses if possible. I'm saying over comms.
Okay.
Extract thine asses.
That's the t-shirt, y'all. Extract thine asses.
Call the merch guy. Connor, where are you?
All right.
I would like to, on my next round, play around with the controls to the train if I can find them in there.
Okay, yeah, for this turn, I'll say we've kind of extended what we can hack into, but you definitely are getting ready to make your way into those controls for sure. Next up is Nevis. You are standing there. A lot of things happen all at once. Jaznah comes crashing in through the glass, yells over at you that y'all need to leave, and then Sin punches Cian and takes them out. What are you doing in this moment?
And Sin is distracted at the moment, right? Because all the stuff has been turned off?
Yes, Sin was looking around, all the alarms were turned off, and they seemed confused and momentarily distracted. Absolutely.
Okay, so as this was happening, if I remember correctly from last session, I was walking over with 2 glasses of amber.
Yes.
So what I would like to do is take those glasses and shove them, like, splash them in the face with it.
Okay.
If that affects them in any way. And then also, because we have to get thine
our asses out. I think what Nevis is gonna do is as she does this, she's going to like rip off her coat, and she has a little white pendant here that she uses to get into her cat form. So what I would like to do is press the button, turn into a big panther cat lady that she is, and use her tail to pick up Cian to put on her back so that she can speed out of there.
Amazing. Okay. For just throwing the amber at Sin, go ahead and give me an attack roll for that. Simply because, just to like reiterate what the scene is, the glass behind them is shattered and there is a significant drop. So if you startle this character enough, it's possible that they're going to go backwards. Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, it's gonna be a low DC. You got to get like a 2 or a 1 because you're just throwing liquid at them. But there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Okay, that was not great. It was a 5.
Okay, you gotta splash the amber on Sin, who was looking up and then immediately meets your eye as you go to like do it and like smacks them like out of the air. The glass shatters on the ground, going everywhere. No damage done. It's just you guys do have like particles of glass though that are like kind of now in your outfits. Okay. Then you wanted to describe your magical girl transformation as you become a cat, first of all.
So as she does this, she goes, "You looked thirsty." But then she decides to she knows that they're in a rush, and she feels like, I don't know, it just feels good. So she sort of like maybe fluffs up her fur that's not there yet, presses her button, and then just sort of like changes into a big black cat to where she's got really big fluffy long hair, and she just sort of, like a cat when they're just like ready to swipe and knock something off the counter.
Yeah.
Basically, that's like her attitude in human form and cat form. So nothing changes too much, but she just sort of just turns into cat, and then she doesn't grab her own tail. She uses her tail to grab Cian, slings her on her back, and tries to run out of there.
I think that's easy enough for you to do. You circle it's like poofy, right? You said you have like long cat. Okay, so
poofy cat tail.
This poofy cat tail wraps around Cian and slings them onto your back, and you're ready to like take off. You also have movement. Are you like running down the stairs out of here? What is
the fastest way out of here?
I mean, I don't know if you have a way to fly or anything, but there is an open window. There's also the stairs behind you that where the guards were at the bottom, that are the guards that are waiting in some closet somewhere.
Okay. We're going down the stairs because if we see them on the way, maybe they waited too long, then maybe they'll just be like, hey, we'll be like, go get him or them, and then see what they do. So we're gonna go down the stairs. Okay. She's going down the stairs like this.
All right, you and Cian go down the stairs. You're able to get to the bottom. You don't see the guards there. They're still gone. And is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No. I don't think there's anything she can do at the moment other than just like try and run to meet up at whatever rendezvous point we maybe.
And don't forget to take effort for the failed attack roll.
Oh, but it's a maximum of whatever our max is, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so I'm still there. Okay.
Next, Cian. So you are down.
That's why I kind of wanted to go with the deep sleeper bit.
Okay, so you're passed out right now. When does deep sleeper get
Well, that depends on if I can be woken up.
Wait. Could I have tried that on my turn, like at all, to
wake up Cian? I mean, you did a bunch of other.
I was the turbulence.
I'll say if you want, you can make the roll for it on Cian's turn since Cian is like asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a difficulty 5.
I also have this because I'm a
Yes,
cat.
so funny.
Okay. Ready? Get set. 4. Wake up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that means I have okay.
How do you wake up Cian? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I know they're like slung on your back. Is like their face like over your shoulder? Like, what is the situation?
I wonder if I don't know if this is possible, but I feel like I've seen cats do this before. So there's lots of turbulence going on because we're running downstairs. So hopefully, Cian's shaken awake, but maybe like I don't know. Tell me if this is okay, but maybe when they get down to the bottom of the stairs, Nevis turns her head around, like licks Cian awake.
That's so cute. Yes.
Okay. Janelle, you can cut this out if you want to.
I love that. Well,
I ship
working.
Adorable. All right.
Yeah, Cian wakes up. Please, just 5 more minutes.
And then she just growls. No! Her voice is a bit more gravelly.
Fine. Where are we?
Bottom of the stairs.
Oh, we got out? Am I still Envy?
Yeah. I was just about to mention, as you come to, Nevis, if you're paying attention, there is like a little pulse of green through like the veins in Cian's head, and one of their eyes on the side that Sin made contact with goes green.
Oh.
You know, I'm really, really jealous that you have a spiky tongue that you can lick people with. I'm very envious.
I can't help it. It was just born this way, but also you can buy one of these.
I can?
You can. We can go. We can go get one.
Okay.
Great, I'm glad we've
Still mad.
established that's a thing I have to make now as an item you can purchase.
Say nuclear vessels.
Thank you so
Are we
much.
saying it's like the things that like you can like
You can use to lick your own cat.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I was just making sure that we were saying that this is also in this world, and I am so here for that.
Look, I'm
Follow
glad.
up. What the fuck?
I'm glad we're using the Sagas system because it makes it easy to make items and things. I plugged it. All right, Cian, what would you like to do on your turn as you come to on Nevis's back?
I'm gonna stare deeply into Nevis's mouth because I'm
Sure.
envious of that tongue.
Okay.
Brand new sentence.
Phrasing.
Oh gosh,
Rex is one of those
I'm
items.
I'm unprepared every time for
Yeah.
y'all.
We're unprepared for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's so true.
All right, you guys share this deep, intimate moment as
My
we,
mouth just like.
as we go to Rex. Rex, what are you doing as all this is happening?
As soon as your alarms go off, I'm going to look at Mags. You have this under control, don't you? I've got some business to take care of. And I'm going to turn and walk briskly. I'm not running, but I'm walking with urgency, like with this kind of, I got a place to go. And I'm going to go to Sin's booth.
Okay.
I see Nevis and Cian scampering off?
I will say in like one turn from getting all the way from the vault down to here, like I'll let you have the distance.
Cool.
To where you can get to the bottom of the stairs where they are. It's going to take another turn if you wanted to go up.
Cool.
But yeah, you see Cian on Nevis's back, staring longingly into Nevis's mouth. Interpret how you will. They have one green eye currently, which I think would be an effect that you've probably seen before.
Yeah.
If not from this specific personality of Sin, from one of the others.
Can Sin see? Sin can see me.
Sin cannot see you. Sin is like back in the booth, and is like rounded on Jaznah, probably.
Perfect. Okay. And the eyes in Cian. Cool. So at this point, I want to take out my automatic pistol and fire above
Nevis, and Cian.
Okay, so we're just like shooting like for attention?
I'm shooting so that way I have a alibi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you all hear the gun go off. We are in a, subterranean cave situation. So this is ringing through everywhere. There's a reason why the fighting pits generally are hand-to-hand combat, because a firearm going off is loud in here. Are you
arm fire? I want it.
Are you aiming for like the ceiling of, because you probably have like an angle on the ceiling of Sin's booth, or are you going for like the cave ceiling? Because one of those is going to have some repercussions.
I'm going for whatever looks like I'm shooting at them without shooting at them.
Okay, then we'll say that the bullet goes up into like Sin's ceiling, and not causing an avalanche potentially in this cave.
Perfect.
Yep.
So because I want to make it look like I'm shooting at Nevis and Cian. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. Go ahead and give me a roll for like performance on this. It's gonna be a low DC. We'll say it's DC 8.
Cool.
Cian looks over, bewildered.
Yeah, Nevis just shudders.
This is a. Would you consider this to be a somewhat game of chance? The chance of hitting someone is what I'm asking.
Like as if you fail, you accidentally hit someone?
Yeah.
Do it.
If those are the stipulations, absolutely.
Amazing.
If you
cool.
don't get an 8, you hit someone.
Cool. Well, because I have the gambling feat, I roll a d8.
Oh. This is why
you could still roll an 8 though.
Yeah, they would beat it. It beats it in the system.
Oh, that's right.
So, this is why you should check your player's stats before setting DCs.
Sagas.
All right.
I can also. I'm also happy to roll d10 if you really want.
No. You're fine. No, that's on me. Look, you build characters to be good at things, and they should be good at them.
They should.
So absolutely. You make this shot. It lands in the ceiling of Sin's booth area, and very accurately makes it seem that you are in conflict with your two friends. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I think that's it.
All right. Next up is Jaznah. You and Annette are the only ones left up here, as Sin has now rounded on you. You notice that their eyes go from green back to red, as you are now the target of their ire, as the other two have fled.
I want to. Jaznah is. What direction is like the stairs and out of this room where my friends fled?
Behind Sin. So,
Sin? So
we'll
I have
say
to
that.
Go past.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you came in through the window on, we'll say, like, the left of Sin, and the other two were on the right and took off down the stairs that were behind them. So to get to the stairs, you'd have to go past Sin, though technically there also is this giant open window you've created.
Yeah, totally. But the window goes to the fighting area and not necessarily like the hallway where everyone else is.
It's a giant open area. There aren't any corridors here. So think of this more as like a huge arena. Sin's booth was like one of those private, all encased in glass booths at like a football stadium. But everything else, like the walkways for where people are getting to the stadium seating and the fighting pit, is all open.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I want to, as Sin gets closer, I want to like spin the quarterstaff around, like Avatar style, and create some wind as like a distraction,
Okay.
and then grab a net and fly back out the window towards the direction of my friends.
Okay. So then you're pushing Sin back towards the direction of where the stairs are with the wind?
Yeah, not necessarily like
Okay.
yeah, but not necessarily need to push her, but just as like use the wind to distract them.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a roll for me. For distraction, it's not going to be super high because you're not trying to physically move them or harm them. So we'll say DC 7.
Okay. Should I use the control wind power?
Oh, absolutely. If you have something that,
Okay,
what's the wording on that?
You create a localized gust of wind in melee range of you. The wind is strong enough to move a small creature or object, and that if to move a creature, you can make a check, and you use a D8 for this check.
Okay, then still use the D8, and even though you're not trying to move them, you still are trying to distract them, so that's why it's a really low DC of DC 7.
Mhm.
You just don't roll an 8.
Yeah. It's an 8. I'm not using this dice anymore.
You go to distract them with the wind, and it does not work. Sin kind of bowls through it and charges you. Even though they're not distracted, are you still taking off through the window?
Yes.
Okay. You go to fly through the window. Sin goes to like grab at you, and I'm gonna need you to make an evasion roll for that. You need to be a 5.
This is on a D10, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. An 8 as well.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a choice.
Yeah.
You can get away scot-free and there will be a consequence, or you can take the damage from this.
I take damage, I'm down. I'm already to 1 of 2. I'll take a consequence and get
Okay.
away free.
All right. You take off through the window. You know Annette is right behind you as you jump through and go to take off flying. Sin lunges at you, ready to grab onto your leg and slam you down into the wall behind and below. But as their hand goes to grasp around you, a beak comes out and goes right through their hand as Annette sacrifices herself so that you can get away. As you fly out the window, you see Annette and Sin like embroiled in a skirmish, and before you have time to react or turn around, you see that there are guards that are appearing out of the shadows behind the booth. All of the guards that you see do not seem to be wearing casino attire. They are dressed in very slick black uniforms. There are these like cybernetic attachments that go around like a band on their head. Most of them have like either bright green or yellow eyes. And you see that all of them have pairs of cybernetic wings as they start to flood into the booth.
Okay.
That's not the consequence that I thought that was gonna be.
Yeah. I was expecting that.
Agent Smith up in this joint.
Yeah.
So with your movement, you're heading, wrapping around to your friends at the base of the stairs. You are able to kind of like make a curve and downward motion and fly straight towards them, getting there fairly quickly. Next up, you guys just hear commotion going on up above you as there is a fight that breaks out. Without a visual on it, you don't really know exactly what's happening, but there is like a loud electric noise and then silence. Next up is Mags.
Can I see what's going on up there?
All right, because you're hacked into the security system right now. Because you already had like a visual on the booth, I'll say you saw some of those guards that I described earlier came out, and it looked like there was some kind of device that Annette was hit with that afterwards she stopped moving. Unsure if she's unconscious or worse.
Alright, well, if they're already there, I'm going to put my little, ghosty hacking tool into the information systems in here and work on getting my way out.
Oh, just to be clear, these are not the same creatures you saw being loaded off the train. These are very different.
Something different.
Yes. So the ones that you saw being loaded off the train are the amber monsters, the ones with the tusks and the elephant ears, that had, you know, the amber tubes connecting into their musculature. The ones that are up in the booth look, like was mentioned, more like Agent Smith sort of situation, but with cybernetic butterfly wings. They also looked more elven. Yeah, very different vibe. Very different vibes.
They're like humanoids with prosthetics and not full robots.
I was going to say, out of context, would they look similar to the Lilith character that Cian talked to?
Yes, they look very similar to Lilith. Younger though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still working on essentially getting what I came for and what Jaznah probably asked me to help with.
Okay.
Which is basically, hi, I'm making a backdoor so I don't have to be here and within striking distance.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy to say that takes up my full turn, probably.
To essentially make a way for you to access this remotely after y'all leave, I'm going to say that's going to be a DC 3 to, you know, have a substantial backdoor permanently set in here. If you get better than a 5, I'll say that you can still establish it, but it's a one-time use situation.
Okay. And cool, I got a 4. It's still a one-time use.
Okay. You are able to establish this. I think potentially, you know, the stress of hearing all the commotion happening maybe rattles you slightly, and you're able to get the system set up, but not as well as you would like, as you have the looming threat of 2 different defense forces that are converging on this place. After you have this established, what type of, do you want to leave with your movement, or is there more that you want to do on your next turn in here?
There were, if I remember correctly, there were a couple of, like, data pads on pedestals.
Yeah, there was a couple shipments of amber that were recorded on one data pad. There's another one that's kind of just business dealings for sin that are recorded. Do you want to download both of those? Or are you just taking the data pads?
Aiming for download, but if I think that the fuzz is close to me, I'm gonna just snatch and grab.
I think it's more of we'll go with your preference, because you do have enough time to like make the decision of, do you want this to be an undetected situation or not? So you
undetected.
Yeah, so you go ahead, throw some drives into both of these, download the information fairly quickly, and are able to make your way out of the vaults. Next up, we are back to Nevis.
Meow. Okay, so I think it's okay. I just wanted to get a meow in there.
Don't
once.
you dare apologize, first of all.
Everything okay?
Never. Let me see. Okay, so I think the mission is just to run and get to, like, where are we meant to be meeting up during all this, by the way? 'Cause I'm not sure. I'm just running.
I know that y'all set a meetup location afterwards, did you?
Yes, I just can't remember.
I don't know that you did.
Dude, like, the easiest getaway would be one of the trains out of here.
Okay, let's have we're gonna rewind in time to when you guys were planning this heist. Quickly, everybody pitch ideas. Where are you meeting up?
There will be a train too, but we should take Kitty's car.
Amazing.
Kitty has a car. Ooh, how exciting.
It can fit all of us. And it's got, really nice, comfortable seats.
Getaway limo? Sounds perfect.
Amazing. Nevis, before the heist officially started, would you have gone to the valet and asked them to have the car ready in some kind of capacity? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think she's gone there enough that they know when she's done at the place, so they always have it ready for her. She's just so important to them.
Amazing. All right. So
which is actually it's not that Nevis is so important. It's that Rex calls down and is like, have the car ready.
Oh my god, incredible.
Aww.
This is friendship.
Adorable.
Toxic friendship, but not really.
Evil friendship.
We rewind back, or fast forward to where we were. So the getaway plan is your car, which Rex called down for ahead of time, and Nevis had asked the valet to have that ready to go. So you would know, like, where that location is through the casino to get to there.
Okay. I just want to remind everyone again that one of my struggles is bad driver, and I'm so excited to be the person with the getaway car.
This
Oh,
is
boy.
stellar.
Good decisions all around.
I mean, if we want to make it look like it was bad decisions and drunken escapades, who better than to be the driver?
Sure. Yeah. So in this moment, are you taking off straight for there, or are you doing something else before you go?
I don't know if there's anything that she would really want to do other than, like, as they're running by people, pickpocket with her tail on the way to the front doors. Just for funsies. She'll run past Rex, do a little purr, and then go pickpocket people.
Okay. Are you still carrying Cian, or have you put them
Ian
down?
wants to be carried.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. So you take off after a purr to Rex through this area back up to the casino floor. Are you trying to pickpocket with your tail on the casino floor or down here in the fight pits?
The distracted players of the casino floor on the way out the doors.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for that. We'll say they're distracted, so DC 5.
Okay. I get to use a D8 because I'm a gambler. What?
Oh my gosh. All right.
What do I get?
Not one where it counts.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a choice of 3 people. You tell me which one you're going to target.
Okay.
Okay. One of them is a high roller, very similar in style to the person that you saw back up in the Amber Lounge. They seem to be a little too drunk. It may have actually been one of the people also at that table, but it's clearly farther into the night. They're a little bit more intoxicated. So while you had gone for one of their friends earlier who seemed like the easier mark, this person has now become an easier mark throughout the night. So they are what you would assume to be some sort of Atlas executive. You see that there is also what appears to be someone who is staff for the casino walking around. Not your usual pain and panic. This person is shorter. She has short pink hair that's like kind of fitted into like a bob. She is wearing like a tight little mini dress that is white and green, but has like these very like angular cutouts that look like roses kind of strategically placed on the dress. You see that she has like a clipboard, and she's also has like a little fanny pack that has like the casino logo on it. And she's also walking by you. There is, and then I'll say for the third one, you see the woman that you were hanging out with before in the Amber Lounge, the Siren.
And just, okay, I need to know. Is this the same woman that Rex spoke to first?
Yep.
She's going for that person.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love the pettiness. That's my fuck boy.
There's
Go get your own fuck boy.
Yeah, there's like there's the obvious thing. Go for the exec. Go for the person who might have more information. But Nevis isn't gonna think that way.
Sure, I love that. Amazing.
That's so good.
You go ahead, and as she is kind of storming off by you, doesn't really pay attention to you and is instead looking a different direction, looks kind of annoyed about something, you are able to easily swipe something off of her. You could go for jewelry. This woman is covered in different sets of jewels. She has a necklace on, she has earrings, she has like 4 different jeweled bracelets on either arm. Or she also has a purse that is like a very slick black with iron attachments to it, and it is in the shape of like a clamshell as like the actual body of the purse that is bedazzled in what appear to be like sapphire and iron little inlets. What do you want to swipe off of her?
Nevis has enough jewelry. She's going for the bag.
Okay.
She wants the
Like
bag.
for dignity.
She's distracted
With her
enough.
ID in it.
And,
with her wallet and ID.
With that quick, you are able to kind of like detach one side of the strap that goes around her shoulder, and as the bag kind of falls, your tail sort of wraps it up, and you're able to get away without her realizing that you have swiped the bag.
With Cian on her back as well.
With Cian on your back. And you are able to quickly make your way through the casino and get to where your car is waiting, but it's going to be one more turn before you can actually get in the getaway vehicle.
Okay.
Can I hold the bag for you so your tail doesn't let go?
Yeah, and she gives it to you.
I'm gonna look through it.
Yes.
Amazing. 1 second.
She it's like I imagine she took it with her tail. She like pickpockets with her tail, so like it just like uncurls and like onto your hand.
Cute.
Like hits the nose a little bit, you know, like, oh no,
And now you're high.
tickles. And now you're high.
There was amber on her tail.
Oh, nice. That's what they call it now?
Okay,
Yeah.
So, Cian, it's your turn up next. So you're going through the purse right now as y'all are...
Yep, and I'm high now.
Amazing. So as you have greed and rushing through you, you start rifling through this purse.
Oh, it's green now, or is it envy?
Oh, sorry, envy. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, it's a green.
You start going through. You see that there is a wallet in here that does have an ID. That says Nicasia Pardo.
Did you by chance have paper and pen in her purse?
Yeah, I'll say she has like a little little notebook.
Sweet.
You see that the language that is written on, like, so we'll say that there are some notes on the little notepad that you find in there that are written in Serena. So I don't know that Cian would know that language unless there's a tie there that I am unaware of.
It doesn't matter because Cian just like sees that there's stuff in there, doesn't care, and is gonna flip to a blank page.
Okay.
And write down the plan that they made and sign it with this person's name and toss the ID and the notebook behind her.
I mean, there's not even like a check for me to like make you roll for that. Like, that's just brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
My COVID brain is gone.
You write down the plan that you and your friends executed, sign it with Nicasia's name, and throw it out.
They have a signature on their ID, so I'm gonna forge their signature and
my
name.
God. Yeah. You do that. There's nothing for me to make you roll for that.
You
that
can't
just
stop me.
happens. And are you like throwing it behind you, or are you placing it somewhere?
Where are we exactly right now?
We'll say that, I mean, that interaction happened in the casino when Nevis would have swiped the purse, so you had been going through it while she was carrying you all the way out to the valet area, so you could have done that in the casino, or you could have done it
in the casino, because that's where they're going to be searching for evidence of us.
I'll say you go ahead and toss it, and as you guys make your way through the front doors, you notice one of the Medusa waitresses, or Gorgon waitresses, goes over and sees the note, and you see them bend over to pick it up, and that's kind of the last thing you see before the doors to the casino shut behind you. And y'all are now waiting outside where the car is. Nevis, could you describe your car, please?
Yes. Okay. Imagine a cyberpunk version of Cruella de Vil's car. It's got lights and like neon RGB lights underneath too. It also has a top down and can seat at least 5 people comfortably. Yeah, and it's got one of those like everything in it like looks old, but it's powered with this technology we have.
Amazing.
That's essentially what it looks like. Oh, and it's pink.
Oh, old.
Obviously.
It matches her coat, which I would assume she tucked away in a pocket of her fur when she ripped it off upstairs.
It's in one of my drawers.
Yeah. That I put in while you were unconscious.
Yeah.
Question,
On the
because
right field warm.
there are 2 kind of types of vehicles in this world currently. Everything is connected by railways. There are the older ones that kind of have been pushed above the city, and there are newer ones that act as roadways. And the 2 kinds of vehicles we have are some that are literal hover cars that kind of use tracking like underneath the car to follow the railway. There are also ones that switch out tires for actual like train what's the word? Like to sit on train tracks. So is this a car that is sitting on the train tracks and works like a locomotive, or is it one that is like a hover car that has the identification lasers under it, basically?
Oh, I think she's a hover girl. I think she's gonna have a hover car.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cian, you see this very nice, very ostentatious car waiting for y'all, and are able to slide in there, after you
Cian
just blew up Nikasia's day.
Yeah.
Or life.
Hopefully life.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
life.
That's one way to describe it.
Question: Aren't the Serena like good?
The Serena are the people who live on the island that kind of detached itself. They have a very high-tech society, but it is also very secluded and hard to get into. So there isn't much known about it unless you are from there or have dealings with them. But at one point, they were really great people. But it's been thousands of years since then. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
There's bound to be one bad apple.
Yeah.
and maybe it was Nikasia. Maybe.
Well, and Cian might forget about this and not tell anyone she did it.
Yeah, that's true. Cian has not told anyone that they did this. Alright, next up is Rex. So you have just shot into the ceiling. Cian and Nevis took off. And what else are you doing in this moment? You heard the altercation upstairs. Jaznah just flew down to where y'all were.
Cian is heavy breathing with not anxiety, heavy breathing with envy at this car.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to meet envious Cian.
Me too.
So Rex is going to I'm gonna use 2 effort to summon my what is it officially called? My vicious creature.
Ooh, all right.
It is a small NPC, and this like small fat demon appears, and I just go panic, and I say it loudly. Panic, darling. Go get those 2 and make sure they pay.
You see this little squat demon looks up at you and goes, "Okay, boss." And just starts to waddle off.
And then I'm gonna
I'm going.
straighten my jacket and go up the stairs to Sin's booth, pistol still in hand, and go. Who is currently in control?
As you walk into the booth, the scene before you is this shattered window to the left. You see that the room is flooded in 10 of these cybernetic butterfly elves that all seem to be kind of conversing in smaller groups and going through some sort of checkpoint like routine situation. They seem to be a little preoccupied, though still present. And Sin is standing over Annette's body, which is not moving. And their eyes are purple.
Who's purple?
Purple is Pride.
Okay. Pride. Come now. We've had one hell of a day, haven't we? All the surprises. My. Looking around at the shattered glass on the ground, these cybernetic entities go. Wasn't the day we expected, was it?
You see that there is at first kind of like this flash of anger, like they want to lash out at you, but then they remember this was the first time they had not put you in charge of what was really going on. And so there's almost like this initial look as if they want to lash out and then realize they can't. Instead, Pride sort of resigns, shoulders kind of slump downwards, head cocks to the side, and the purple like goes from a very bright neon to like a deep, almost black purple.
I may have made some mistakes.
Happens to the best of us. I've sent Panic to go clean up one of the messes. A lot happened all at once. Those alarms. I believe someone tried to get into the safe. You should probably send some of these fine, strapping individuals to investigate that.
Pride walks over and puts like a hand on your shoulder and like clasps you hard. Not in an aggressive way, almost in like a reassuring way.
I won't forget who I can actually trust in the future, Rex.
And then there is like a motion to the side as they call over one of the security forces. And you see that there's like a hushed conversation to their ear, and that figure fades back into the shadow and disappears. The only thing left is very briefly the outline of their wings in the shadow before that also fades as well. And then Pride just walks past you to like start heading down the stairs. Casually, yeah, it does not seem like they are in a rush, and this does seem like a big hit to their ego, though, as they are kind of just making their way down. Annette's body is still just there on the ground.
Is she breathing in any way?
Are you like getting down to check after?
No, I'm not gonna. I just want to like glance. Like, does it look like she's breathing at all?
Make some sort of like a perception check, basically.
Okay. That is a 3.
Very lightly. You see the chest raising. Like,
cool.
Very shallow.
Pride. This one still has life. Do you want me to patch up your little ego just a bit?
Wait, are you saying that's a Sin?
Yeah.
Okay, Sin is was about to start heading down the stairs, and as you say that, they whip around.
I would take anything reassuring right now.
Good. And I pull up the pistol and I shoot her in the head 3 times.
In my mind, I was like, the best thing you could do is kill her because she knows everything.
Okay.
I walk up to Sin, and then I think this will be the end of the turn. You go,
Whew.
A hit upon your pride is a hit upon mine. No one crosses us. No one. We'll make them pay for everything they took from us.
You end Annette instantly in this moment. And as you solidify your place with Sin, they clasp your arm in camaraderie, and you see shadows up from their suit that kind of sink into you, and you feel stronger, but more importantly, you feel a connection to this place and this casino more. Like, you can feel the location's heartbeat. And that's all I'm gonna give you for your turn, as like you are kind of like given, something happens in this moment as you solidify your place with Sin. We're gonna go. Damn. Up next is Jaznah. Jeez. You would have heard all of this, by the way, because you were at the bottom of the stairs when this all happened.
Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs, and I would have started running after Nevis and Cian.
Oh, okay.
And so I think a little bit, she, not very long, she starts running and she hears the gunshots down the hallway and hesitates to look back for a moment. A couple tears start running down her face. Just guessing that somebody got hurt. Probably Annette. Could have been Rex. Could have been anybody, really. But keeps moving towards the car to get away.
Okay. Using your full turn to escape the casino and navigate through the people, you're able to get out to where Nevis's car is. Cian is already inside. Nevis is kind of getting ready to get into the driver's seat. Are you just jumping in? Are you doing anything before getting in there? You have the whole way of running through the fighting pits area, the casino floor, and then out to the valet. So if there's something you want to do in one of those locations, let me know.
No, not that I can think of. Nope.
Okay. Then you slide into the car. Another ostentatious thing. Is there something?
I was just gonna say, can I just add, like, maybe upon them getting there a little after, my little demon shows up?
Sure.
Potentially relaying the message to Nevis of you have to pay.
Sure.
Which is I feel like would be code between them of get out of here.
Okay. This little demon waddles up to you just as Jaznah slips into the getaway car. And they like waddle over to the passenger, to the driver's side, where Nevis is getting comfortable before taking off. I don't know if you were planning on waiting for Rex or at least Mags. But yeah, this demon waddles up and looks over at you and goes,
Rex said you have to pay.
And he has like a goofy smile on his face. Just
Nevis, she's back in her human form now in her like bright orange dress, pats Pain on the head and just says, I know. And then is going to wait for Mags to show up. And I assume that Nevis heard everything because they are the two she's sharing an earpiece with Rex.
Then yeah, you would have heard all that go off.
I don't know if she would. Okay, let me get into Nevis mindset, not me mindset.
Because Jaznah just slipped into the car, so are you telling
Rex
her?
is a little busy, so we're gonna wait for Mags and then we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Yeah, she's gonna I don't think she would have heard Annette's name being uttered. So she doesn't really know, but she knows that Rex just killed someone.
Okay.
She might put two and two together, depending on how much amber she's had. She's had enough amber she's not drunk, She's not drunk before she operates this vehicle. Just sharing.
This is not drunk driving.
No,
this is
not.
Amber driving.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's any better.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm high.
We would
that's
never,
why I. Oh,
we would
yes,
never
that's...
condone drunk driving.
I have to put so many warnings.
You know,
This
you can
show-
cut this out if
This
you
is a
want to.
fantasy. This is not real. We do not condone
No.
mostly
Oh my
drugs,
gosh.
drinking, especially while driving. We don't.
Murder.
Definitely do not.
Oh, also murder, framing
Also,
people.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you know that somebody's I'm not gonna just gonna shut up now. It's a fantasy, fake pretend. It's fake pretend. Anyway, waiting for
But
Matt.
a cab.
Okay, I'm gonna go next up to Mags.
Yo.
You've downloaded the files and headed out of the vault. You heading to the getaway car as well? Alright. Is there anything you want to do as you are heading through the casino to your escape?
Any chance I see Rex on the way out?
Technically Rex is up in the booth in the fighting pits, so that isn't like that's underneath everything else. So that wouldn't be on the way from where the vault was up near the Amber Lounge through the casino floor and out to the valet. If you want, you can make a detour, or you would pass by Rex's office if you're trying to leave some kind of message.
No message. You left me unattended. You don't get a message. Toodles. And I do wave at the security cameras outside of his office.
Amazing. You give a little wave, head out to Nevis's car, I assume hop in, and you all drive away. That's where we're gonna end it for today. We're gonna get into Nevis's driving roles next time.
Oh my god!
Dang it! I was muted. I was going. No, I wanted to drive.
Should we just see what I would have rolled?
Actually, yeah. Okay. We'll okay. I'm sorry. We'll end it with the driving roles. You can do your
Oh,
driving.
damn it.
You
Okay.
can do your driving
Okay. I'm using a D12 because I'm a bad driver. I got a 3!
Oh, you tried
The
perfect.
power of Amber compels her.
I think
there's
you'll
that
have
sweet
to like
We
roll
don't.
every time you have to turn or something.
Just cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. Cut it out.
Not that any of us knew anything about that.
Kids
I've
at
never done
home,
that before, ever.
doing drugs and driving does not make you better at driving, no matter
not.
what my players may lead you to believe.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
I do want to end it on where are you taking them? Because I don't think that was discussed.
Oh yeah.
Are you going back to your place?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, head to the city, and that's where we're going to leave it. I cannot wait to get into that next time.
Table Talk is not your typical D&D TTRPG podcast. We are not here to run you through our whole campaign.
We're here to talk about everything else in the space of tabletop roleplay.
I'm your host, Alejandra Wilhelm.
And I'm also your host, Mariah Gresham.
and we're your tabletop roleplay girlies.
Sell dice? I'll take like 10 of them. My budget's set to $50,000, but that is dwindling. Each booth I hit, $200 is a minimum. Bag isn't empty, filled with games, I'm never playing them.
I must be Jenny D, all the brand deals that I'm rolling in. You can call me Dr. Meeple, cause I got many men invested in this hobby. Next con, you know I will attend. VIP access badge, cause I influence me. Go cast wish. You could never ever rock a con like this. Crit like me. Go cast wish. You could never ever 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 rock a con like this.